Good morning, Team McAuliffe. Today is Wednesday, March 1st, 2023, and we will now begin our day together with morning announcements. Please stand quietly and respectfully for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now have a moment of silence to think about what we are going to do to make the McAuliffe School a safe and happy place for all students and staff. Birthdays. There are a bunch of them because I forgot one on Monday from room 4. It was Ava's birthday. Sorry about that, Ava. Hope that you had a good birthday. We also had some birthdays happen yesterday. Abu Bakr from room 4 celebrated his birthday yesterday. Didn't get to announce him because of the snow day. And then Isa in room 7, I don't know what day she celebrated her birthday because it was on the 29th of February and there was no February 29th this year. So Isa, whether you celebrated yesterday or you're celebrating today, hope that you have a happy birthday. And then we do have a couple of birthdays today. In room 205, it is Tristan's birthday. And then in room 115, it is Alexia's birthday. Happy birthday to all of you today, yesterday or today, and on Monday. Hope that you guys all had great days. Now, I had the morning announcements all ready to go for yesterday, and apparently I forgot a bunch of stuff for Monday. So we're just going to play what I filmed yesterday to catch us up. Here it is. Looking at our National Days calendar, today is National Public Sleeping Day. It's a day that invites us to take a nap right where we are in public, maybe on a train, maybe in the car, on a blanket in a park, at the beach, well, maybe not at the beach right now, in a movie theater, in a hotel lobby, wherever you are, take a nap. Just be careful where you take those naps because you don't want to get in trouble, like maybe taking a nap at your desk is not a good idea. But happy National Public Sleeping Day. Something else that I forgot yesterday was Miss Gina and the signs of the week. Here they are.
Good morning, team. Miss Gina here. Welcome back. I hope everyone had a wonderful vacation. This week, Nayelis in Miss Bedard's class wanted to learn the following signs: unicorn, rainbow, beach, sand, summer, spring, flowers, and lighthouse. The first one is unicorn, rainbow, beach, sand, summer, spring, flowers, and lighthouse. Teachers, if you have a student or if someone in your class or your class as a whole would like to come up with some signs for the week, please let me know. I'm always looking for some creative ideas and I appreciate all the input. Thanks everyone. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Miss Gina, for another great set of signs. I hope to see many of you practicing them around the school. Something else that I forgot was to check in with attendance land, and I want to make sure that we do because as you can see, everybody earned at least one check mark. We had our pre-K, kindergarten, and second graders all move their pieces. Pre-K, you've already had your ice cream party. First, second, third, and fourth grade, you are so close to getting yours. Keep on coming to school. Keep on earning those check marks and those prizes on attendance land. I also did not mention ST Math, and we have an update there. We had a great week. Leading into the break, Gigi came to visit, and we added 15 more people to our list of people who have finished their journey, taking that total up to 46 students being 100% on their ST math journey, and I know we're going to add some more. Miss LaRock is also busy planning another contest, so stay tuned for that. But check out all of these statistics and all of these people who have made it to the 100% Club. Great job earning those puzzles. Great job to our top puzzlers. Everybody keep Gigi moving, and let's see who's next to finish their journey. I think that's everything I forgot, but what would a Tuesday be without Tuesday Trivia with Mrs. Sargent? And here she is.
Good morning, boys and girls. Tuesday Trivia here with Mrs. Sargent. In February, we celebrate Black History Month. Can you tell me the name of our first Black president? Once again, what is the name of our first Black president? Please give your answer to your teacher, and everyone, have a great day.
A great question for Black History Month. Students, get your answers into your teachers. Teachers, give me the names of the students who get it correct. We'll spin the wheel tomorrow to find out who our winner is for this week's Tuesday Trivia. Now, ST Math, Attendance Land, Tuesday Trivia, all good stuff to get us caught up with our week. I hope that you enjoyed your snow day yesterday. Because of that, our schedule has changed around a little bit. The green party was supposed to be yesterday. That got moved to today. It'll be in the gym during specials time. So teachers, you'll have your students go to specials, and then we'll get those that are going to the green party into the green party and go from there. McAuliffe Mix-Up was also supposed to happen yesterday. That's getting moved till Friday at 2:30, where you'll get to share your vision boards and your goals with your mentors in your other classrooms. It is March Book Madness, and we finally get to see one of the books. We have our first matchup, and that is the book called Blue versus Everybody in the Big Red Building. Today, we're going to watch Blue. Tomorrow, you'll watch Everybody in the Big Brick Building, and then you'll pick which one you like better. So here it is, read by some Lowell High School students. Blue.
I'm Liliana Men.
And I'm Dio Sanusi.
And we're both art students at Lowell High School.
And we do things like make tape sculptures, we do paintings and other drawings and stuff. This book is called Blue.
Blue, a history of the color as deep as the sea and as wide as the sky. The color blue is all around us. Have you ever wondered where it comes from? It's in the sky, but you can't touch it. It's in the sea, but when you cup it, it disappears.
You can crush iris petals for a brilliant shade, but just add water and away it fades. But then blue appears in the strangest places, discovered throughout history in unexpected ways.
As early as 4500 BC, diggers found blue rocks called lapis lazuli in mines deep below Afghanistan's Sarisang Valley. Ancient Egyptians used the rocks mostly to make jewelry. Some wore them as charms, believing that they had power to protect people from evil. But with time, they found new ways to use this underground find. By 44 BC, many Egyptians, including Queen Cleopatra, were applying a bluish mixture around their eyes that looked like eyeshadow, made with ground lapis lazuli grains, plants, and animal fat. More than 600 years later, artists began painting sculptures, walls, and canvases with blue from the crushed rocks too. It was a royal pain for those who made the paint, and so expensive only the wealthy could buy it.
Since it was a luxury and in such high demand, for centuries, scientists, merchants, and dyers looked for more sources of blue. Then, on the shores of the Mediterranean, Central America, Mexico, and Japan, dyers found blue in the belly of certain shellfish. A Phoenician myth says a dog discovered the color. Finding a snail on the beach, the pup ate it up. The snail turned the dog's tongue purple blue, and from that moment, a new industry was born.
Dyers had different ways of releasing the color. In Mexico, they pressed the snail's foot. In the Middle East, they cracked its shell. Then they waited for the blue to appear. Depending on the snail, the color starts out a milky white or brownish yellow. But once it's in the air and the sun, it quickly turns green, then reddish purple, and with more sunlight, blue. But when dyers pressed or cracked, snail blue was hard to produce. Each snail released just 1 or 2 drops. Imagine how many snails and drops it took to dye a royal robe. Not to mention enough fabric to fill a merchant shop.
Perhaps because blue was the color of the heavens, yet so rare and hard to create on Earth, people around the world considered the color holy. In an old Liberian folktale, blue is explained as a gift that connects God to humans. In Italy, from the 13th century onward, some artists began reserving blue to paint the robes of Mary, the mother of Jesus. In Indonesia, some say special prayers to ward off evil spirits before they make the dye. In Israel, blue drapes hung in the temple King Solomon built, and many Jews still wear blue dyed threads called techelet.
For years, snail blue was the most popular color, but all along there was another way to find blue in nature. In parts of Asia, Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas, a group of plants in the pea family grew. They are called indigofera. There were a few different ways to get blue from these plants: green leaves. Indian dyers soaked them in water, while West African dyers crushed them and dried them. When they added ashes or urine, it enabled the dye to dissolve in water so it could bind to fabric.
Since it was cheaper for dyers to produce blue from the indigo plant than from rocks and snails, and the shade was just as vibrant and long-lasting, indigo dye, especially indigo from India and West Africa, was eventually valued by most lovers of the color as the best of the blues. India and Nigeria became powerful centers for making and trading indigo. People made clothing, makeup, and medicine with it. Indigo became so precious, people spent it like money. In parts of Africa, some merchants used strips of indigo cloth to buy people and sell them into slavery.
In India and Bangladesh, some planters tricked or forced poor farmers to grow indigo plants instead of food. In the United States, some made the African captives they had enslaved farm indigo, calling the plant a cash crop, because it brought in a lot of money. In this evil side of the trade for blue, leaders and landowners around the world abused or enslaved countless of people just so they could grow more indigo.
From the time blue was found, scientists worked hard to make a blue that wasn't so difficult or cruel to produce. In 1865, scientist Adolf von Baeyer began trying, and 40 years later, in 1905, he won the Nobel Prize for creating a chemical blue.
Finally, everyone, not just the wealthy, could afford something blue. But it was always about more than having a blue outfit, piece of jewelry, or work of art. Because of its scarcity, mystery, and holy associations, blue was more than a color. It was a feeling.
We feel blue when we're sad, perhaps because the people who had to dig, grind, and grow passed down their painful memories of working the mines of slavery on indigo plantations. Africans enslaved in America sang prayers that sounded like tears. The songs were called spirituals, and they inspired a style of music called the blues, originally known for its aching words and melodies.
We feel excited when something happens out of the blue, perhaps because the color was once so rare, a discovery that seemed to appear out of thin air. And blue is still considered extraordinary, as it was once the color of royalty. This could be why, around the world, blue ribbons are pinned for first prize.
Today, dyers still use indigo to make blankets and clothing, and some doctors still use it as a natural medicine.
Maybe because blue has such a complicated history of pain, wealth, invention, and recovery, it's become a symbol of possibility, as vast and deep as the bluest sea, and as wide, open, and high as the bluest sky.
Okay, so there's blue. Tomorrow you'll see its competitor, everybody in the red brick building, and we'll get to narrow that one down right away here. I think that's all of our announcements for today. Remember, McAuliffe students are stars. That means we strive to do our best. We take responsibility. We're always positive and kind, and we respect ourselves and others. If everybody remembers to be a star today, then we'll have a wonderful Wednesday. Have a great day, McAuliffe School.